Here we are, boys. Here we are. 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 Back with episode 171. Back with episode 171. Here we are, boys. Back with episode 171. Come chill with your boy. Back with episode 171. Come chill with your boy. Anyways, guys, hey, before we get into it, I have to reiterate this every stream. Every time I do it, I have to reiterate this every stream, every time I'm doing with these guys. I have to reiterate this. If at any point in this stream you hear me stuttering or tripping over my words, I've got a speech impediment. That's why I stutter. That's why I trip over my words. Anyways, guys, let's get into it. So I've got all my stuff organized, right? I've got all of my gaming stuff organized. I've got all of my gaming stuff organized. And all of my music stuff organized into proper playlists now. So feel free to go check that. So feel free to go check any of that stuff out if you want. It's up on the channel. I've got all my gaming stuff organized and all of my music stuff organized. Also, guys, it's what we talk about here on the channel. Here we talk about anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, etc., etc. Also, guys, I am a reader, writer, and storyteller. I'm still working on everything, guys. I'm still working on everything. I'm still working on the White Knight, on Ogre's 8, on the Dragon King trilogy, and the broader world of Evoluria itself. And I'm still working on Gunblade. I'm still working on Samurai Gun. I'm still working on Gunblade. I'm still working on the Samurai Gunslinger. However, all that stuff takes time, guys. All that stuff takes time. So with all that out of the way, guys, I'll finally look at chat. I'll finally pay attention to y'all now that I got both the intro and the promotional stuff out of the way. So let's go back through here. Hello, Johnny. It was up. Hello, Johnny. It was up. And if you're wondering why I said hello, Johnny, twice, it's because there's two different Johns in chat right now. So yeah. Let's see here. Hello, Johnny. Hello, my dear viewer. Hello, Star Wars. What's up, guys? What's up? Yo, Archon. I don't pay attention to chat until I get all this stuff out of the way. Then I pay attention to y'all. I love you too, Johnny. I love you too. Have a good night, brother. Have a good night. But, yeah. So let's see what's been going on here, guys. Let's see what's been going on. So you made it to Kentucky, Star Wars. It's cold in Kentucky. It is not cold. It is not cold in Kentucky. But, yeah. So, I got an hour to kill, guys. Hello, my dear viewer. Hello, my dear viewer. So, I got an hour to kill, guys. So, what do y'all want to talk about? So, what do y'all want to talk about? No, my channel has not been growing fast. It has been growing super slow, of which I do not mind, not one bit. I do not mind if the channel is growing at a snail's pace. That is fine. But also, guys, actually, you know what? I know what to talk about. And guys, I know y'all are sick to death. Y'all are sick to death of me talking about this band, about Citizen Soldier, but I can't help it. I cannot help it. I can't help it, guys. I can't help it. Citizen Soldier is a phenomenal band, and they released The Liar. They released their first song off of their new album 3 days ago. And this morning they released a little snippet, a little clip of a new song off of the album this morning. And it's so good. I love this band dearly. I love this band dearly. Compared to my channel, your channel is skyrocketing. I'm not sure if that's true, Johnny. I'm not sure if that's true, but I'll take the compliment. But yeah, guys. So this is episode 171. So we're drawing nearer. We're drawing ever so closer to episode 200. To episode 200 to come chill with your boy. And yeah, it's just been a bunch of fun, guys. It has been loads and loads of fun. But yeah, as far as the writing stuff goes, all that stuff is going great. It's just taking time. It's just taking time, guys. Also, guys, I've released 3 songs as of I've released 3 songs so far this year. I released the first two on in or not on, but I released the first 2 songs in January, and I released the third song last month on February 28th. Hello, Frankie. Hello. What's up, Frankie? What's up, Frankie? How you doing, my friend? How you doing? How you doing, Frankie? How you doing? Johnny, it just takes time. It just takes time. It just takes time, Johnny. It just takes time to grow on YouTube. I honestly don't know how this channel got this big. I really don't. But yeah, guys. So far, I've released Effort and Time. I've released Effort and Time, Storm of Hope, and A Broken Cross. So far this year, I released um I released Effort and Time on January 2nd, I believe, and I released Storm of Hope on January 4th, and then I released A Broken Cross on February 28th. The next 3 songs I have planned, guys, are coming in April and May. So be on the lookout for that. No, you're okay, Frankie. You're okay. You're okay, Frankie. You're okay. Can Batman beat Iron Man? Now that now that is now that Frankie is a very interesting. That is a very interesting fight. That is a very, very interesting fight because both of them are very, very similar in a lot of ways. I I honestly I'll here here Frankie. I will address that. I will address that fight either next stream or the stream after, okay? I will I will address that fight in tomorrow night's stream or the night after. We will, Johnny. We will talk eventually. But but yeah, guys. So I got three more songs coming if for May and April. Y'all will get, or no, for April and May. It got those backwards. But y'all will get two songs in April and one song in May. And as far as the music stuff goes, that's it. Probably if for the rest of the year, I don't know. It depends on how the boys are feeling, how Jake and Chase are feeling, you know. But yeah, it's okay, Frankie. Frankie, it's okay. It's okay, brother. It's fine. Hello, my dear viewer. Hello. Hello, guys. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream. It's Frankie. Frankie. Frankie, listen to me, brother. Listen to me. It's okay. It's fine. We understand it. I understand, right? I understand. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Frankie. It's okay. But yeah, guys. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff planned for the channel and all that. I mean, as far as the stories go and all that, that's gonna take time. Like the White Knight, Ogre's Eight, especially the Dragon King trilogy, like all those stories I mentioned earlier that I'm still working on, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time to do and make sure they're done properly. But yeah, guys, like there's also like a lot of stuff to talk about as far as like the actual like comic book industry goes and like movies, TV shows and all that. Like as far as the music stuff goes, my own music stuff goes and me writing the songs and creating them, there's really not much to say other than look out if for the next three songs, as I said, in April and May. Hey, but as far as like music in general and the music I like, I know I'm sorry I've mentioned this band a lot, but Citizen Soldier and and their music, I love it so much. I cannot wait on this new album, on the Family Heirlooms album, because this album is going to be so good. They've already released their first song, their first single from the album, Hey the Liar, and they did that 3 days ago. It's a phenomenal song. I would highly recommend y'all go check it out. I would highly recommend y'all go check it out. But yeah, guys, it's just awesome. It is awesome. I would highly recommend the band and all that, cause it is so fascinating. Plus, I'm talking here with my friends right now. I am talking to my fellow Jew right now. That's a long story. That is a now wait a second. Wait a second. What do I mean by my fellow Jew? I mean a friend of mine I've known for nearly 12 plus years, and he has the same name I do, and because of that, people immediately think both of us And because of that, people immediately think either both of us are Jewish. So we call each other my fellow Jew. How you do, my fellow Jew, and stuff like that. It's more so played as a joke. Neither of us are Jewish. I mean, that's just a funny joke, and I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow if for a very if for God I hate my speech impediment if for a very long time and all that. So yeah. Hello guys, hello. But yeah guys, so I'll be on the phone with him tomorrow. Also, guys, per usual, y'all will not get a stream tomorrow night because I'll be talking with my artist and we'll be getting a lot of stuff done. We'll, we, we'll be getting a lot of stuff set in motion, you know? So, yeah. But, yeah, guys, I'm so busy now, guys, that I'm so busy now, guys, that it's just like somewhat overwhelming. But it's okay. Because I'm enjoying it what I'm doing. Because I enjoy what I do. Right. I enjoy studying and I enjoy just listening to music, watching TV whenever I have time, and all that. Like I've studied Greek and mythology for nearly 7 years, and I've studied Norse for nearly three. I love mythology. I love history. I love knowledge and just learning in general, right? Cause this is a very very interesting topic, you know. Yeah, guys. I'm fine, Johnny. I'm fine. I'm fine, Johnny. Johnny, I'm fine, bud. I'm okay. Everything's good. It's just yeah, guys. I've actually been able to watch like a lot of TV now because like I'm taking a break from the stories and all that. I'm not saying now that's not to say I'm done entirely with the writing stuff, right? No, no. I don't think I'll ever stop writing. Truly, I don't think. But yeah, guys, I just yeah, stuff is just awesome right now. Like, I mean, I was talking here with Matt a few days ago, of which Matt is another one of my great friends. I've known Matt for 7 years. He's another great friend of mine, of which we connect so well, dude. I mean, I've got all these friends, all these brothers in arms, if it were, if the terminology is right. Like I've got friends that I'd basically consider family, like Johnny. He's in chat right now. I consider him a brother, you know. I consider him a brother, and there's a lot of other friends I consider brothers as well. And because like y'all have helped me so much, and I've helped y'all so much too. Like there are certain friends that just go beyond friendship and are more like family, if that makes sense. Like this is full on even diesel out here, you know. But yeah, dude. But yeah, guys. I'm just I'm really curious, guys. I'm really curious. And this is not to put y'all well, this is to put no one on blast. I'm just curious, I'm very, very curious. Where are the others? Where are the others? I'm very, very curious about that. I got Johnny here. I got Johnny here. I got I got Johnny here. But where are the others? Kayla, Hawk, Smokey, MC, Star Wars. Where y'all at? Where y'all at, man? Where y'all at? Where y'all at, man? Where the High Chief? Where the High Chief? Where Smokey? Where Kayla? Where MC? I don't know. I hope they doing good though. I hope they doing good. I hope they doing good, man. I hope they doing good. Nah, Frankie, you're fine. You're fine, Frankie. You're fine. Thank you, my dear viewer. Even though I'm very, very bad at this, you know. But yeah, guys, I've also talked to death about certain films and TV shows and books and music and all that. I mean, it's not the fact that I'm like, you see, guys. Here's the thing: I will never run out of things to talk about. I will never truly run out of things to talk about. However, it's just deciding on what to talk. It's just deciding on what to talk about. There's the issue. There's the problem. Like I've talked about Inside Out and Wally to death at this point. I've it talking about those films. It would be like beating a dead horse at this point. But yeah, I've talked about those two films. I've talked about The Hunger Games, The Hobbit, The Lord of the Rings, all these other books. And there's there is one film I would truly love. I would truly love to dive into. There, yes, Citizen Soldier. I've talked about them. Uh, like I've talked about them in Citizen Soldier. I've talked about them to death at this point. Although to be fair, guys, I will continue to talk about Citizen Soldier, considering that they have a new album coming out this year. Considering the fact this Citizen Soldier has a new album releasing this year, I'm not gonna stop talking about them if for a very long time. So y'all best just deal with Citizen Soldier talk because that ain't going away anytime soon until we get their new album. But yeah, guys, like there's a particular film I want to talk about, and I will do that in a bit. I will do that in just a moment, guys. Tell them about how we met, Sean. Tell the people how we met. Well, me and Johnny met by playing video games. I believe we met in yes, we met in October 2017. Me and Archon John here. Me and Archon John here met October 2017 trying to get data input, I believe, because it was the closest thing to Ultra Instinct at the time. So yeah, that's how we met. Stereotypical gamers playing together and meeting online, and then developing a 7-year long friendship from there. So there you go. Rest in peace, Paul. Yes. Yes. Rest in peace, Paul. So yeah, rest in peace, Paul Rubensons. I believe that's how you say his last name. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. But basically, rest in peace, Pee Wee Herman. I believe. I'm not trying to disrespect him or anything. I'm just trying to like. I don't want to mispronounce his last name. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, guys. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Oh, I will do that on another stream, Johnny. I will do that on another stream. Yes, truly great man, Frankie. Truly great man. However, there's a movie I would like to dive into a bit more, a bit deeper, guys. And that is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Now, before I actually get into talking about the film, guys, before I actually get into talking about the film, y'all should know this. Y'all should know this. If you want to watch the film, it is on Netflix. It is 2 hours long, but I do not care. It is a beautiful, beautiful stop motion. It is a beautiful. It is a beautiful stop motion film, animated beautifully and all that. So yeah, pretty much, Shiny. Pretty much. I might, I might do it, Johnny. I might do it. Episode 172, the origins of Archon. I might do it. I might do that, but yeah. Jason Statham's another great actor, but I'm getting off topic here, guys. I'm getting off topic. Let's get back to Pinocchio. Let's get back to particularly Guillermo del Toro's A Pinocchio. Because this film is, how do I even put it into words properly? I'll do the best I can, guys. I'll do the best I can. So, Guillermo del Toro's A Pinocchio is a claymation. No. It's not a. Dear God, Why did I say claymation? No, it is a stop motion. There we go. It is a stop motion animated film made and directed by Guillermo del Toro in 2020. Like I said, it is 2 hours long, but let's actually get into the plot a bit. So, we all know the story of Pinocchio roughly, but I'll try to summarize it as best I can. A a a old man Geppetto wishes upon a star for his puppet to come to life. And the blue fairy or some type of fairy grants him that wish. He wishes upon a shooting star for his puppet to come to life. But yeah, guys, Geppetto, he wishes upon a star, and the blue fairy grants his puppet life. And then he names the boy a Pinocchio, and Pinocchio he wants to become a real boy. However, in order for him to become a real boy, he must he must prove himself. He must prove himself with He must prove himself with true courage and a brave heart. And and it and at first he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want it to do that. He gets into a lot of mischief Actually, no. At first, he tries to do that. He tries to be good, but he realizes it's too hard to be good. It's more. It's more. It is. It is easier and fun to do the wrong things, to do the bad things in life. So he does that instead. In fact, he was in the original story by Carlos Canoli. Well, not in the original story, in the Disney 1940s adaptation of Pinocchio, he was tricked by two strangers into doing bad things. So he gets into all kinds of trouble, right? Hey, Pinocchio, he gets into all kinds of mischief, all kinds of trouble, and this leads him from skipping school to doing a bunch of other bad stuff. And Geppetto, he goes out in search for Pinocchio, but ultimately he gets eaten by this well, by Monstro, I believe, in the well, or this beast of the sea. It was called, I believe, or named. I'm not really sure. But either way, Geppetto is now in the now. Either way, Geppetto is now in the belly of the beast, and Pinocchio has to go and rescue him. However, Pinocchio he has no concern if his father isn't all that. He's having too much fun on Pleasure Island. Long story short, Pinocchio learns his lesson and saves Geppetto from the belly of the beast, and thus and thus proving himself with true courage and a brave heart, and the Blue Fairy grants him a real life. She turns him into a real boy. Lesson over, lesson learned. There you go. There's the summary as best I can. There's the summary as best I could, guys. As best I could, I gave you the summary of Pinocchio. Now we can get into the actual Guillermo del Toro's adaptation. Now we can actually get into Guillermo del Toro's adaptation of Pinocchio. It is 2 hours. It's on Netflix. Go watch it. Spoilers ahead if you haven't seen the film. So the film starts out with Geppetto with Geppetto, like the story always does. It starts out with Geppetto, except this time in Netflix's adaptation of the film, Geppetto already has a son, Carlos. And he loves this boy. He loves his son dearly. And Carlos, he wants to be a wood carver just like his father. And Carlos and Geppetto have a very, very good relationship, a very, very good, healthy dynamic between father and son. So, long story short, Carlos dies tragically in a accident from a plane dropping down bombs on a church, and this was for no other reason than to and they did not do this on purpose, guys. They did not do this on purpose. They did this basically to lighten the load. And so basically, long story short, guys, well, I'm trying to get my best here, guys. I'm trying to get my best. But this film, or this adaptation of Pinocchio, Netflix's adaptation of Pinocchio, it takes place in the middle of a war. Which war? I have no idea. All I know is that it takes place in the middle of a war. So, yeah, Carlos dies from a horrible accident because he forgot his pine cone inside of the church because he was gonna plant a tree and he got a pine cone to do so. He picked the most beautiful and ripe pine cone out of the bunch. And he forgot his pine cone back in the church. So he went to go get his pine cone, and that's when the bomb hit and basically just killed him. It is a beautiful and yet sad way to start off this adaptation of Pinocchio. So it's been like, and Geppetto plants the tree. He plants the pine tree. He plants a tree using the pine cone that Carlos originally got, and he grieves for 10 plus years, I believe. For 10 plus years, I believe. Welcome back, Johnny. Well, welcome back, Johnny. Here we're talking about a Pinocchio. Anyways, Carlos grieves for 10 plus years. And in a drunken stupor, in a drunken sorrow and rage, he takes his axe and chops down the tree. He takes his axe and he chops down the tree, and he says, "I will have you back, Carlos. I will I will have you back, Carlos. I will have you back, even if I have to make you out of this accursed pine. I will have you back." So he constructs a wooden version of Carlos, aka Pinocchio. He basically remakes his son in a drunken, sorrowful rage. And and in this adaptation, a Pinocchio looks a bit off, a bit wooden, if you could say that. Ha! Aren't I clever? No, I'm not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I had to. I had to make that joke. Either way, moving on. Moving on. So there is something a bit unnatural about Pinocchio, about a Pinocchio in this adaptation here. And it's unnatural and it's unnerving. And Geppetto in the morning, when he wakes up and discovers a Pinocchio, then it's very unnerving and unsettling how Pinocchio moves and all that. But either way, the story continues with Pinocchio trying to do good and failing. Like normal. Like normal. And of course, how could I go all this time, right? How could I go all this time and not mention Jiminy Cricket? How could I not mention Jiminy Cricket? Pinocchio's conscious. Pinocchio's conscious. So how could I go without mentioning Jiminy Cricket? I was getting to that, guys. I was getting to that. But in this adaptation, Jiminy Cricket, or the cricket that is supposed to be a Pinocchio's consciousness, has been renamed to Sebastian J. Cricket because of legal issues. And that's obvious because you don't want to upset the House of Mouse. You do not want to upset the House of Mouse, aka Disney. So I get why they renamed the cricket in this version. Either way, either way. So Pinocchio is Pinocchio. He wants to obey and listen to his father, but in actuality, he doesn't. He doesn't want to listen to his father. He's a bit rambunctious, a bit just he's a bit rambunctious. He's a bit rambunctious. He's a bit naive, let's say. And from the off, right from the off, he does not listen to Geppetto. He gets into all kinds of trouble. He tries math for the first time. He tries to go to school and do math for the first time, even though he really doesn't understand math. He's actually no, my mistake, guys, my mistake. He's on his way to school, right? He's on his way to school when the cricket is explaining all this to him, and once once um once a Pinocchio tries to figure out what math means and what math is and what school is in general, he's like, I'm not sure I want to do this anymore. Of which then these two strangers, I believe I believe a old man and his monkey in this adaptation anyways, it convinced him to run off and join the circus like he did in the original. So he's now in the circus and he does all these like acts and all that, and it's very very comical. It's very very funny, and Pinocchio, he runs away and joins the circus, and he's working here with the old man, and the monkey who I just remembered his name is Spazzatura. Spazzatura is the monkey pet of the old man, and 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 Pinocchio is doing all this stuff. He's he's doing he's doing all these he's doing all these good comedy acts in the circus under the impression that the money he's making is going to his papa, is going to Geppetto, of which it's not. The old man is just taking it for himself and not holding up his end of the deal. So ultimately Pinocchio leaves and does something else. However, I forgot to mention this, guys. I forgot to mention this. Geppetto does find him a bunch of times throughout the film. A bunch of times throughout the film, Geppetto does find him, and Pinocchio signs a contract with the man that he now owns Pinocchio, and he is the master. He is the puppeteer in this sense. He is the master, and Pinocchio is just the employee, I guess. So yeah, Pinocchio dies. Pinocchio straight up dies. Pinocchio dies, man. Pinocchio just straight up dies in this film. In fact, he dies a bunch of times. He dies a bunch of times in this film. The first time he dies, he gets hit by a car. The second time he dies, he gets shot by Candlewick's father, of which I'll get into that in a moment, guys. Just bear with me. So in this film, Pinocchio cannot die. He is virtually immortal. Anytime he dies, he just comes back to life. It's like hitting the reset button. So the first time he dies, he is hit by a car, And the second time he dies, he wakes up. Or the first time he dies, he's hit by the car, and then he wakes up. And then he wakes up in what is virtually hell, and and he and he goes to the fairy's sister. He goes to the blue fairy's sister and has to wait. Like there's this what do you call those things, guys? Help me out here. Help me out here, guys. What do you call those things? They've got like sand in them and they're made of glass. I can't remember what those things are called. What are, what are those things called, guys? They've got sand in them and they're used if for and they're and they're used if you're tracking time. Yes, hourglasses. Hourglasses. Thank you, interviewer. Thank you. So if Pinocchio dies, he's getting hit by the car and he wakes up in hell. And then he has to and then and then he and then he wakes up in hell. He goes to meet the blue fairy's sister, and she explains to him that he is immortal and that with the endless life comes endless she explains to him, hey, with endless life comes endless suffering, which is beautifully poetic. I love it. But every time he dies, guys, every time he dies, he has to wait, hey, for the hourglass to become empty. And every time he dies, the hourglass gets more and more full. Like he has to wait longer and longer and longer every time he dies. So, the first time he dies, he gets hit by the car and he wakes up in hell. The when he reawakens, he is in the army fighting a war, and then his relationship with Candlewick is very, very complicated here, guys. It is very, very complicated here. It's very, very well done, I would say. And it's so good that I can't go into full detail here, guys, here because I want to summarize the rest of the film as best I can. So the second time he dies, he's literally shot, murdered by Candlewick's father for playing the game wrongly. And they were playing a game of capture the flag, and him and Candlewick both him and Candlewick both got their respective flags at the same time. And therefore Candlewick's dad punished Pinocchio by killing him. And then Pinocchio wakes up and ultimately decides to go save Geppetto. And there's a lot of stuff I'm skipping out, guys. There's a lot of stuff I'm not covering, and because I don't want to spoil any more of the film, because I don't want to spoil any more of the film, if I have to, if I have to, guys. But the same story beats happen here as well. After Pinocchio wakes up from his second death now, he goes to save his papa. He goes to save his papa, who is now in the belly of the beast, who is now in the belly of Monstro, this ginormous sea beast, if you would. And he goes and saves him. He goes and saves him. And he goes into the belly of the beast to try to rescue and save his father. And he does save Geppetto. except two things. One, he ultimately dies. Two things. One, Pinocchio ultimately dies to sacrifice himself and thus saving his father from the belly of the beast, and thus saving his father from the belly of the beast, and proving himself with true courage and a brave heart, he became a real boy. And as we know, actual humans do not come back from the dead. Humans do not come back from the dead. So there's no coming back this time. Also, the second thing I need to mention, although it's kind of minor, guys, they get out. They get out. They get out. Geppetto and Pinocchio get out of the belly of the beast with Pinocchio lying and his nose growing so long that they use it as a high line, right? As like a high rope. He'd really like balance on it and they walk. And they literally walk on Pinocchio's nose. And they get out of the belly of the beast. Anyways, guys, Pinocchio dies, like I said, permanently because he proved himself with true courage and a brave heart. And he became a real boy. And Pinocchio is actually heartbroken by this. He's like, I want him back. Give him back to me, please. And the fairy is like, he did his mission. He did it. He became a real boy, and as you know, real boys do not come back. And then and then um and then and then and then the cricket, he uses his one wish to bring Pinocchio back, because back at the beginning of the film, the fairy assigned the cricket to be Pinocchio's conscience, as we all know. So, and 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 in return for the cricket being his conscience, the fairy grants him one wish, and Sebastian J. Cricket uses that wish to bring him back. And ultimately, Pinocchio, it comes back, ultimately outliving Geppetto, ultimately outliving his father, Geppetto, the cricket, and Spazzatura, the monkey. I know, guys, I'm sorry, I apologize that this summary, this analysis of the film is utterly horrible. I know that, guys. I know that, guys. That summary wasn't really all that great, and I'm sorry about it. And I'm sorry if I didn't summarize it all that well. All I know is this, guys. All I know is this. All I know is that Guillermo del Toro's A Pinocchio, it's on Netflix, guys. Go watch it. Go watch it, guys. Go watch Guillermo del Toro's A Pinocchio. It is 2 hours long. It is a 2-hour film. I do not care, guys. Go watch it. Go watch Guillermo del Toro's A Pinocchio. In fact, I got the controller right here. I'm gonna go to Netflix right now. Just to make sure it is still there. Just to make sure it is still there, guys. Just to make sure it is still there. Okay, let's do this. It is still there, guys. It is still there. It is still there. So go and watch the film, guys. Go and watch the film. Guillermo del Toro's A Pinocchio is phenomenal. And Guillermo del Toro is one of my favorite movie directors of all time. He also created and directed the Hellboy films. If you didn't know, Guillermo del Toro made and directed and adapted the Hellboy comics written and created by Mike Mignola into films. The iconic Hellboy films, Guillermo del Toro, he directed them and he made them, and they are so good. They're so good, and they also have and they also have they also have ha, what am I trying to say here, guys? Yes, I remember what I was trying to say. So, the the actor who played Hellboy in the original films, in the original two films, done in the early 2000s, the original voice, the original actor who played Hellboy in those films, Ron Perlman, who played Hellboy, who is and will forever be the actual and real and only true Hellboy, in my opinion, anyway. Ron Perlman also voiced Slade in the original 2003 Teen Titans. So yeah, that is very good. That is very good, guys. And Teen Titans is another film. Or it's not a film, it's a TV series, it's a cartoon. Teen Titans is another TV series, is another cartoon that I need to talk about in due time, that I will talk about in due time. But yeah, guys. So just take that if for what it's worth. I hope I hope that I summarized the Guillermo del Toro's A Pinocchio well enough if we gotta go and check it out. But yeah. And you're right, Johnny. You're right. Teen Titans is a masterpiece. If not for the original 2003 Teen Titans, if not for the original 2003 Teen Titans, I would not be a writer. I would not be a writer without that show. Because here's the thing, guys. I originally got into writing through Teen Titans because I hated the way it ended. I hated season 5 for so long. I hated the final episode, things change for so long. So much so that I wrote a fanfiction, season 6, 7, and 8 of Teen Titans. So there you go. Take that for what it's worth. Take that for what it's worth, I guess. I honestly do not know, though. I don't know, guys. I don't know. We are nearing the end of the stream, but it is not the end of the stream yet. So we got a minute left to kill, I'm guessing. We're at 58. That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, guys. I hope that y'all enjoyed this stream and my little tangent and rant and talk about Guillermo del Toro's A Pinocchio. Just please go check out the film. It's on Netflix. It's 2 hours. It is a 2 hour film. Yes, I know, but it is totally worth it. It is totally worth it, guys. Go watch it, please. Also, guys, go listen to the band. Go listen to Citizen Soldier, please. Go listen to them as well. Go listen to Go listen to them as well. go listen to Citizen Soldier. They released a new song, The Liar, 3 days ago, and they released a short snippet, a short clip of a brand new song this morning. So yeah. So yeah, guys, also click this link that Johnny has for you. I mean, just do whatever, guys. So yeah. Anyways, guys, we have hit the hour mark. We have hit the hour mark. And with that, guys, y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Turn on all post notifications, so that we never miss a video, and you'll be notified whenever I upload. And with that, guys, I am outie. I love you guys, and thank you, guys.